Hello everybody and welcome back to our Strat Clut campaign in Thrones of Britannia. This is Count MRVHS, and today we have another battle. This is against Ulaid. This is actually featuring their king against our heir, and it looks to be, this is probably going to be a pretty tough fight. They've got like 6 experience on like all of these guys. Now, they also have the seasickness trait, but that is because I think they're coming in by boat. So I'm not sure if as soon as they get on land, if that trait's going to disappear. I'm not even sure what the seasickness does, in fact. But it may be something that only comes into play when you're actually on a boat. It would be nice if it stuck around, you know, for the duration of the battle. Once they disembark from the boats, they're still seasick for a little while. That would kind of make sense, but I have no idea if it works like that. I don't even know if we can check in-game. But we're going to see. So we've got they've got 4 different units of swords. They've got these foreign warriors, which are pretty substantial. But they don't have a lot of long-range stuff. They got a lot of these javelins. But if we can kind of keep pushing them with our cav, then they could be kind of taken out of the fight as long as we handle the micromanaging well. So let's see how this is going to work. We're defending a minor settlement here. So the settlement itself is pretty much in 2 parts. We've got one part of it down here, and then we've got another portion of it down here. And so if we just withdraw to the more favorable terrain, then what we may see is the AI come through and just burning all this down. Now that doesn't matter too much. It's much more important that we win the fight than that we defend the town, I would say. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. They have a couple of cavalry units that are already in play, so maybe a good move would be to get our cav and just get them all together and wipe out the enemy cav early. And then meanwhile we'll set up like somewhere back here, I guess. We don't have great terrain, but let's get someplace where our archers can be fairly effective, like back here, I guess. I think they're going to come in right around there. They're going to come in through the town. So yeah, something like that. And then we'll get all of our spears kind of in front of them, and let's get swords on this side, armored axes on this, and then we'll have axe unit on each end to flank. That's how we'll do it. Where's the cav? Okay, they're actually right here, which is nice. These are skirmisher cav, but we definitely want to wipe them out.
Blood will flow! General! Strike hard! Horsemen! They got faster horsemen! Strike hard! We have discovered the enemy's hidden units. Race! Beware, missile!
We took out a few with our spears, and we should be closing in and catching them pretty handily. Oh, we've even... Oh, we've got the household raiders. Okay, shoot. Actually, let's bring these guys around, and we'll keep pushing those horse boys. So they got 3 units of cav, I guess. Right, and this is their king, so who's fighting the king? Alright, we've got some Old North horsemen and some Welsh scout horsemen. That's not great. So if we can defeat these guys fast... We're actually hitting them with their archers already.
Cavalry!
Alright, we're catching the horse boys. It'll be a while before those guys land, so we've got time. Just the question is if we can...
Horsemen!
Okay, 15 down from 48. That's excellent. Doing a lot better here than I thought. Okay, they're broken, so let's pull out. Sweep back around. There's the enemy general. Awesome. Yeah, this is exactly where we want to be. Get these skirmisher cav out of the way. There, they're shattered. This cav unit is going to break pretty soon. There they go. Okay, so if they're just not coming back, I'm going to pull all my cavalry back here. We'll get them rested. We've got some units back here that are just not doing anything. Okay, they're just getting realigned, I guess. Okay, looks like they're all going to be landing around here. So with that in mind, maybe we can set up like along this line. Unit there. Pretty much everybody's engaged. Alright, Air Rig Warband. Why don't you guys come back and hit them?
That's the way. Kill them.
Losing decisively, so we should be okay. Why does this guy not have a rally option?
Let's go to war.
Is he just so bad? He's got like so little command? I'll have to check that out.
Up the pace.
Spearmen around there.
Trash them. Withdraw and regroup. They are leaving the field. And on.
There they go. Awesome.
Now we're talking.
Sick. Actually, guys, just go and hit those mailed Fianna and
Bowmen! The foes flanked us! Missiles!
put those freemen there.
Fire at will!
Alright, I think we're good.
Trash them. Kill them. Shoot! Spearmen. Spearmen.
Gotta keep up the attack, though, because they've got all these ranged units.
That's the way!
Those are some Freeman Spearmen, and the Spear Raiders over here.
Incoming
The
charge!
battle is turning in our favor.
Okay, great. And now we can pull out of here.
Combat's in our blood.
Let's get all of our cav.
Faster, horsemen!
Quick march it is!
Combat's in our blood. Levymen! Strike hard! Now we're talking!
Now we're talking! I can't take much more!
Let's go to war. Tail and run! The cowards! We are the Camry!
Yeah, they're gone.
Things don't look so bad now!
Alright, took a lot of losses there, but, you know, this was a very experienced army. I don't even see where their foreign warriors went.
Can't go on!
Levymen!
There they are. Or were.
The ocean favors us! Victory is ours!
We
Nice.
rule! We rule!
So all of our swords got completely wrecked. We got some good results from our axes, I would guess. The Welsh Armored Axemen, certainly I guess a higher tier unit, more armored, more effective than our swords.
Horsemen!
So we'll just clean this stuff up, and then we'll get back to the campaign map and see what else we have waiting for us. So in the in a closer examination here, it does look like we did a bit better than I thought. They've only got 189 men remaining. We've got 954. So yeah, a lot of losses, especially among those swords and some of our lower tech spear units. And we did lose a lot of longbows, but not too terribly. Go ahead and take on warriors here. Now that's one of several full stacks that they have, and we do have another fight here at Govan. So I think we'll jump right into that as well. This is going to be a little bit different. So we've got, geez, what is this? 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the garrison, and this is the field army, I guess, that I've raised. So that should be pretty decent. They do have some experience on us again, although it's not as bad as it was in the last battle. A lot of spears. Looks like they've got some kind of elite swords here. But we've got plenty of archers. We're defending. And they don't have anything that's super heavily armored. So I think we could be okay. So this is, this is for our capital. This is kind of important. Looks like we've got a nice hill. Should be able to funnel them through pretty easily. Okay, so this is not bad. We've got a couple of different enclosures that we could defend. We've got one down here, which is where the enemy's going to be going through first. They're going to suffer some fire from the towers at least, as they try to get through or over the walls. And then they've got these bridges here, 3 bridges. So they'll have to pick at least one of these and then head up here. Now, in this type of map, I think we can do pretty well defending up here. So I think they outnumber us in terms of units. But I think we can make the terrain work to our advantage. And this is Google front as kind of a sacrificial thing to try to get some kills. But it might be better to have them over here. They got a pretty decent range, so anyone coming across the bridge is going to come under fire from those javelins. And they got shields to protect them as well. Let's see, the longbows. Yeah, let's set them up about here. And I'm thinking about just giving them the entrance over here. I don't even think I want to fight for it. We've got warhounds that have a fear effect. It's pretty small. And I'm really not sure exactly how the best way to use these guys. I don't have much experience with it. So I guess we'll do something like this for now. They're probably going to be extremely vulnerable to arrows, so maybe we'll keep them back for a later point in the battle. We'll just throw them in when morale starts to get low, or we could send them around in the flank potentially, which is kind of what I'm thinking about with Guggen and this Ikalor unit. Maybe over here. The thing I don't really want to have happen, though, is for the AI to just bypass me and come up this bridge or that bridge. So we want to get Royal Spearmen are encouraging the Welsh Levy Javelinmen. So these are our axes, and do we want our swords to be over here as well? It's probably better to have them here just to go wherever they need to go. So I think that's everybody. We got 2 barricades to set up, but honestly, this is not a mechanic that I really like from the newer games. When did this start? Rome 2 probably? When you got to set up a few barricades in a settlement, and they're always in places where you wouldn't want them to be. I mean, honestly, this is the best barricade position that I've seen in a long time. Most of them are just in stupid places. Like, I could have a barricade here, which would be... Why? Why would I ever want that? So, maybe we could put one up here somewhere to theoretically slow them down. But honestly, I'd love a barricade right here, right? To make it so they couldn't cross this bridge or this bridge. Maybe I'll do this to slow them down in case they want to get the capture point. Alright, and let's take a look at what they have got here. It's just some Kern Axemen. So these are the Arid Swordsmen. I think these are the elite swords, and they have better armor than their unit card indicated. I think they've got a couple units of these guys. There's 2 there. Raider Swordsmen are... let's see. Lower, not lower tier, but they're just a different type. I think they might get guerrilla deployment. They're probably faster, certainly lighter, but they may have higher damage or something. Mailed Fianna. This is also not a good unit for us to be facing.
Watch for missiles!
In terms of range, they've got 2 archers there. A couple of 3 javelin units.
End the siege!
Okay, some spears. A couple units of cav.
Strike them hard!
Not sure if they lost anyone to towers. Yep, looks like they did there. A couple. That's very good. But the towers in this game are not super strong, which is fine. The thing that I'm not a fan of is when you lose the towers, they literally get destroyed. So we're just going to see them crumple very dramatically. So the gates are destroyed. And And when we lose the gateway, the towers are just going to implode, essentially. It's very weird. Yeah, a tower has been destroyed, so alright. I mean, I guess it's a little better than the slightly weird alternative in like Rome 1 or Medieval 2, I guess, where if you capture the enemy towers, you can use them yourself to sort of fire anywhere. So it makes towers a bit less of an issue. So what are we hitting? Spear Raiders. Alright, maybe I should not focus on Spear Raiders. Let's focus on the Household Riders. We kill the enemy general with our arrows. That would be pretty great. Okay, their cav is going around here. So that's fine. Yeah, we took him out. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let's stop with that, and let's focus on something else, like Mailed Fianna, I guess. So their general unit is now shattered. They got 16 men in this other Airy Horseman unit, and I think we can take them out pretty easily with our cav. Throwing some spears pretty soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're gonna be gone in a second here. Awesome stuff. All right, let's bring the cavalry back. We're hitting these Mailed Fianna, I think. I don't know where. Okay, they're coming. So we should probably change targets now. Let's hit the Surf Archers. How are you under attack? Probably from bowmen. Alright, so I actually want to bring my cav around now. Hit those javelin men, and then we'll come around and deal with their other units of ranged stuff. Some more Raider swordsmen, some more Mailed Fianna in the back, but much smaller unit size.
We're dodging javelin. Leave the battle. Steady, boys. They're charging. Missiles. They're charging.
Alright, let's bring the Axemen in. We should have started supporting these guys a little bit sooner. Maybe now we can throw in the Warhounds now that there's a gap. Let's see how this goes. Honestly don't know. And oh my gosh. Let's pull him back. Because we're getting murdered by arrow fire somehow, so I need to pay attention to that. Who is hitting you? Maybe those javelin men. Alright, we're not going to accomplish much with the cav because they're pretty well stuck in. I really don't know what the dogs are doing. Okay, there goes those archers we were targeting, which is very nice. A lot of their men are routing. Guess I can bring up some swordsmen to support. We're just kind of going back and forth here to avoid their units and kind of keep them focused on something, I guess. Meanwhile, the archers should be taking them down pretty quickly. Although we are running out of arrows. Alright, they're shattered. So I think we can afford to bring these guys around. Let's see if they can get something accomplished by hitting the back. No, it's not the back exactly, but I think we'll do okay here. We're already wavering. Bring the swordsman into that flank. And yeah, we're in the back here, and take you guys out of shield wall.
Take cover! Hold the line! The men are withdrawing! Time to make ourselves scarce! Our troops are leaving the field!
I want to get my general involved. Yeah, let's do it.
What's your command?
Alright, there we go.
Too many were lost today.
Combat's in our blood.
Very nice. Quite happy with that.
Cavalry. Let's get them.
And again, we're just going to clean up here. That was another 20 stack that should be eliminated. Especially thanks to these longbowmen who took out the enemy general before he even got to fight. Now we're taking some damage in the city. It's not too bad, but we are going to have to repair some stuff. Alright, so a decisive victory there. They lost a lot. Only 14 remaining, so this army should be gone, and we've got quite a few left after that fight. So again, as usual, we'll take on warriors, and that stack is eliminated. We should be able to quickly take back the settlement that we lost to them. Strat Clut. Okay, and this general, let's see, this man is a living example for others to follow. If only every one of your retainers was as strong, then all your problems would melt away like the setting sun at the end of a long day. So we can choose to either make a show of strength here, which is going to give +3 public order everywhere, or celebrate our heroes, which is going to give +3 unit morale to everybody. And seeing as we're doing a lot of fighting, I think I want to go with morale. Alright, awesome. So let's take a look at the campaign map now that we have those 2 battles completed. We've got Govan here with some damage we have to repair, and we're losing a lot of cash. But this is going to make money, so it's important that we do that. This is also important for food, which we are now behind on. So we'll get all that stuff ready, and we've got this small stack, which is going to recapture Strat Clut.
Yes.
Which we will occupy, and that brings us up into the positives. We are negative in terms of food, but I'm thinking we can resolve that relatively soon here. Let's see, how do we want to handle that? We've got 120 stack here of Sudriars that we can probably expect to come this way. And that would indeed be a problem. We've got another very problematic 20 stack here that in a couple of turns can put Govan under siege again.
My warriors will not
Let's see what the garrison looks like. We didn't take that many losses, so that is really nice.
Every man will do his duty.
Let's just see if we can do anything here to help. All right, so this is the general. He's energetic, he's a born commander, but he's also rash. So there's a little counteraction going on there. Really good for zeal, which is nice for a few different reasons, for morale, for public order. Well, I guess champion would be good. And Denawal, who's he? Okay, so he's my heir. Do we want to keep going up the Bard tree with this guy? It might be nice, because that is going to increase unit replenishment by 5%. It's also going to add another point of zeal, which is going to give more morale bonuses, public order, commander's aura. So yeah, I think I like this. We've got low loyalty among that general, but that's not too bad. Risk of rebellion in Berenice. Okay. That's at -6. This is where you really want the whole province, because if we had this, our food would be all set. And if we had this, our public order would be looking a lot better, as well as our economy. So we'll have to just keep an eye on things and see if an opportunity opens up. But we do have a 20 stack up here,
folk, true of heart.
led by our king, which is really hurting. So, a couple of different directions. One, we could head up here, solve our food problems. Two, we could head up here, take Dunat. That would actually be nice. There's 80 food in this grain silo. And with the negative 30 food from the Great Hall building, that would still leave us with 50, which would be more than enough. This would be a nice settlement to get. It's also got some craftsmen with some industry income, which is a little bit of an odd choice here, but so I'd probably replace that. But I do want to get this at some point.
My warriors will
So
not
it's just,
falter.
do I want to do anything here? I'm tempted to try diplomacy. Let's just see how Ulaid is feeling about things. If we were to go for a ceasefire, that would be insulting. Sudrayar.
Do not abuse my hospitality.
That would be sufficient. You know, I don't want to fight with them anymore for at least a while. Let's see. Can we get... I'm sure we can't get a vassal. They're rank 7. We're strength ranked 4. Maybe we can get a little bit of money. Maybe we could get 300 out of them. Wow. Alright, 1,200. For another peace treaty. Awesome. Okay. So now that 20 stack, right outside Dunat, is a little less of a problem. We are still at war with their military ally, Ulaid. And so now that's the only thing we have to contend with, which is great. So hopefully they don't come down and hit us.
We will serve you well.
Now that they're gone,
In Jesu's name.
this army feels a little bit safer. But I'm kind of keeping it here because of this stack, this 7 stack. So let's see. Orkneyar. We're at war.
My time is precious.
Do I want peace
Do
with
not
them?
waste it.
Okay, we would take it. The question is, are they going to come in here, or are they going to come down here? You know, I think we just need peace. They've got a pretty good economy. Alright, but we could get 300 out of it.
Could be.
Alright, so peace with the 2 Viking-seeking factions. So now we can afford to bring our king down into the south. That's not going to make Kirkin happy. But I'm not worried about Kirkin too much. I mean, it's true they could take this settlement from us, and they could, you know, eventually take Athfolk Law, I guess. But actually, public order-wise, that's doing kind of fine. We are even taxing it. But we could afford to not tax it, and that would actually resolve our food shortage. So I think maybe that's the thing to do. It's going to cost us a lot of money. But we just made a bunch of money getting peace with those factions. So we'll take this off taxes. And yeah. That's actually great.
We are Arthur's folk, true of heart.
We could train a couple of units then. Maybe I want to do that
We will
here.
serve you well.
Eager for action.
But maybe I'll wait. Because one thing we could do in the next episode is recruit a couple of units here and take back Keldaltane, because this is definitely a province we want. We want Iona and this, and then eventually maybe we'll get Abercrossen, but that's going to be a long way to go. But if I can take Dunat, then I think I'd be pretty happy. Dunat and Keldaltane, and of course we have to get this back. So that's going to be the goal for the next episode. If we can figure out what to do with this 20 stack here, whether it's going back here to defend, going up to Dunat to attack, or maybe we'll have to keep it here to defend against another army of Ulaid that's going to emerge from the fog of war. We'll have to leave that decision for the next time. So thank you very much for joining me with this episode. I hope you will stick around for the next one. Until then, everybody, take care.